Yes, it is a storm alert weather day. What timing are we looking at for these storms?
We're really looking at this evening, so about 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. So thankfully the overnight hours, that's going to be dwindling down, so you don't have to worry too much about it happening while you're asleep at 2 a.m. But it could catch some people even for your evening time commute, especially our northwestern communities. As far as your morning commute this morning, we are looking at dry driving conditions, but some reduced visibility on the roads. This is our fog and visibility map at this time. You can see a little bit of patchy fog to the east, certainly getting that fog to the west through the Sequatchie Valley all the way down to Fort Payne to Scottsboro, but it's really not doing it justice across our entire area because there's additional fog along some of these waterways and valley spots for Dayton, Chattanooga, Cleveland, Athens, down into Dalton. In fact, we do have that camera, that TDOT camera that's outside of the Local 3 News studio. So this is looking at 27 heading towards downtown Chattanooga, towards the river, and you can see that reduced visibility. So there's a lot of locations across the area that you're going to run into some fog this morning. All right, we'll head back over to the weather graphics then and be done with the fog and talk to you a little bit then about the clouds outside. So we have mostly clear skies unless you're covered up with the fog. There are a few clouds that are passing by, and I want to draw your eye to right there, that blip in Middle Tennessee. Notice all those lightning strikes along the interstate and then it kind of fades out. Those are those few storms that are just to the west of us that I think they're going to dwindle down even before they get to our area. So we're certainly quiet here across the Tennessee Valley as we pull to Middle Tennessee. Notice how those are kind of fading out a little bit, but over the next 2 hours while we're here on the morning show, of course, we'll keep an eye on that activity and see if any of that spotty shower chances move into our area. Overall, though, pretty quiet conditions for this morning, the exception being the fog. We do have mild to warm temperatures outside once again, 60s across the area, even 70 degrees right now in Dayton, 69 for Chattanooga, 68 in Cleveland, and 63 in Murphy. So if you do want to take that walk in the park, in the morning time, just some foggy conditions in the park, 71 degrees, warm and humid at noon, 81, and by 3 o'clock, 85. Even at 3 p.m. today, different from yesterday, a lot of our area is going to be dry for the afternoon hours, an isolated chance for a pop-up storm this afternoon. Again, that window really is for 5 o'clock and onward with that storm line moving through. And we are looking at a high probability of getting hit with some rain or storms at some point today, 70%. As we look ahead to the days to come, about a 20% chance tomorrow, 30% on Thursday, 10% on Friday. And then for your weekend, Saturday does look like the day that has greater rain chances, but we'll really focus, of course, on today and that severe outlook. So this is the severe risk for today and tonight. Let me zoom into our local area. You can see that orange level 3 risk staying to the north of us along that Tennessee-Kentucky border. But where we are, our northern community, so northern Hamilton County and to the north at that level 2 out of 5 slight risk. The rest of the area really at that level 1 marginal risk. So what are our threats with this event? Well, two primary threats are damaging wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So it's not zero, an isolated tornado is possible, but that's on the lower end. As we're kind of transitioning from spring storms to summertime storms, that tornado threat does reduce, but we still want you to be aware of that, especially for some of our northern communities. As we look at all of it, timing it out with Futurecast, a nice mix of sun and clouds generally during the morning time hours, of course, outside of those foggy conditions. As even into the afternoon, pretty quiet again, slim chance for a spotty pop-up shower or storm this afternoon. Really, it's going to be this evening as that line approaches after 5 p.m. and it'll be a broken line, but here are those embedded storms that risk for a brief heavy rainfall, damaging wind gusts as it moves from northwest to southeast across our area, lasting until about 11 p.m. as far as that threat for any kind of severe weather, and then we'll really kind of see those conditions dwindle down after that. I can't really tell why that's not progressing, but we'll look at our Futurecast rainfall then for the day today. We're really going to see those numbers begin to add up during the nighttime hours as that passes over our area. So certainly a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch will be possible, but some of those locations that get some heavier downpours up to an inch. Overall for this week, we will see our temperatures fall back down though to closer to normal. The normal is 81, so 87 today. The rest of the week though, upper 70s to low 80s, which is closer to where you would expect to be for this time of year. Again, today is a storm alert weather day, that key timing from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. as that line of storms moves across our area. So really kind of focusing on the evening hours. Otherwise, it will be a warm and humid Tuesday ahead.